This Malava language is the language which was spoken by the Mollais as mentioned by the Ptolemy, a Greek historian. He came with Alexander, and it is the Mollais who stopped Alexander and made him stop and return back to his motherland. These Mollais were widespread during that time all around India. They were worshippers of sun god. They had a language, and the language was Malava language. Presently, the central India around Indore is called Malava Desh, and the people of that area, they speak a language called Malvi. But this Malvi language has been varying into different degrees of Malva language in various parts of India. Like the Marathwadi language spoken in Rajasthan, which is high, and this Malava language, when it came to in a Maharashtra region where the Mahars are plenty, these Mahars are nothing but the descendants of those Mollais who stopped Alexander. And these Mahars speak in Maharashtra Marathi. And the same, these Mollais in Andhra Pradesh, they are called Malas. And they speak a language that is Telugu. And the same, these Mollais in Karnataka, they are spread out in different districts of Karnataka, and they speak Kannada. But the truest and original form, that Malloy language or Malla language or the Malava language, as it was used to be spoken during the Alexander's period or much before that during the Sumerian's period, is spoken in Malavalli region in Mandya district of Karnataka in India. I would like to tell you, in Malavalli, people use the words like Enja, Yakja, Baja, Jo Enja. These words are not found in any of the languages in India at present. But all these words in the exact form and in the exact meaning, they were used in Sumerian language. The word Enja is used to address a person who is below in status or younger person. And Jo Enja means plural form of you, and Jo means you. Baja means come closer. And in the same manner, with the same meaning, these words were used by the Sumerians. And for this reason, I would like to say the Malava speaking Malavalli people, they were they are the direct descendants of Sumerians, or I would like to say the Sumerians are descendants of these Malava people. It has to be researched into to clarify who came first, whether it is the Sumerians or it is the Malava people. And the beauty of this Malava language, in spite of the fact that it is the oldest living Dravidian language in its truest and original form, it's still existing. And many people, the many linguists to be precise, and many scholars of these languages, they have not noticed so far this Malava language. Several dialects of Kannada and other Dravidian languages have been identified and they are studied into. It is for the first time I have discovered the existence of the ancient Dravidian language in its truest form in Malavalli Taluk in Mandya district in Karnataka, and I have called this language Malava language. I call this Malava language because there was a country, there was a nation in the ancient times in India named Malava Kingdom. Malava Kingdom and Madra Kingdom, they were neighbors, and the kings of these two countries, they were relatives. And there is a mention of these two countries or these two nations in Mahabharata. And in Mahabharata it is said about these two nations that the people of these two nations spoke a language which was not understood by the citizen of Hastinapura. Hastinapura was the capital of the Kuru Vamsha people. The Kuru kings, these people could not understand the language spoken by the people of Malava Desha and Madra Desha. And that language is the present Malava language spoken in Malavalli. Mainly, even though this language is mainly used by each and every citizen of Malavalli, mainly the Holayas and Madigas, the so-called scheduled caste people of India who live in this taluk, that too particularly in Malavalli town, they speak this language very fluently. They use this language in their homes, in their communication. When they are speaking to the others, they speak Kannada. But at their home, they speak this Malava language. When two Malavas are speaking to each other, for a normal Kannadiga, it is very, very difficult to understand this language. For example, I would like to say here a few Malava sentences. Ada atka oma baja. Ada atka oma baja. It means, hey you, come, let us drive the goats to the field. And I will say another sentence. Amusdu bannakaja. Or another sentence. Amusdu tamke ada atka oma baja. Here amusdu is a dry, uncultivable land. Atka means drive. Oma means come, let us go. And I'll tell you, this language is so interesting, and this kind of language is still existing. The linguists would be very, very happy to study about this language, I'm sure.